Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. Cardano comes down as forecasted. Yeah, we've got a hot run here with this coin at the moment. I think basically, I don't know, but nearly every of these moves worked out as per the wave count, which means, we've got a bit of a hot run here. That means we are riding the correct wave count, okay, which is good because it indicates that also the next moves, if this count is correct, which it seems to be, should be following this wave count. So that gives just a bit more of confidence. So let's take a look at where we are now. We've just made another low here, which is awesome, following the forecasted primary expectation of new lows, and we are heading into the direction of the 30-cent level for ADA, which is the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level. We can see that, well, a few days ago, a couple of weeks ago, we broke out of this Elliott wave triangle here to the downside, and this triangle marked a fourth wave, which is then followed by a fifth wave to the downside, an impulse, which is playing out now. There's a few things to mention here. If you use just this triangle and you add this height of the triangle to a breakout point, it takes us to pretty much exactly 15 cents. Now, I have my doubts about that. I think that would be a pretty negative perspective, a move down like that. But I cannot rule it out. Of course not. I can't rule it out, but it's too far away to make that in any way primary expectation. One might say because we're coming down quite fast at the moment, this is definitely how it's going to be, but it is impossible to say it right now. The first key level that we need to consider for ADA, now that we've made a new low, also now that we've come below the low of May, we can see that the 30-cent level is very important. That is the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level. Now, if we zoom in into the detail, into the fine detail here on the ADA chart, and I go back to the 1 hour chart, we can see that this here marked this, which marked the end of a wave 4, this triangle completion, the wave E high. We followed the move down in a wave 1, moved up in a 2, and we might be about to finish that third wave down. We then will see a wave 4 up and a wave 5 down. I mean, it is really good because even if we go down, finally we see some movement. I mean, ADA was just stuck in this really 3-4 months long sideways movement, which is, it was just horrible. Now we at least see some movement. We are back in the 30s here, and as you can see, the wave 3 should be nearly finished. So if we now go into the subdivisions of that white wave 3, we see that we completed a wave 1, a wave 2, we followed nicely down the forecasted wave 3, we followed nicely the wave 4. So we came here into the reversal area. That was a nice short trade for anybody who wanted to do it. That's why these reversal areas are there. So we got into it and we reversed out of it. That's why they are there, because they are resistance areas or support areas, depending on which wave we're looking at. So the price adhered very nicely to it. So actually I need to do it like that, because we came down, we had a bit of a target somewhere down here, and we reversed up, reversal area and down. And now we are pretty close. So it's like that. And then we are pretty close to completing this. There's a few reasons for that. First is if we calculate the target as we would normally do it for the fifth wave, we take the length here of the wave 1, and again there's a few different ways of how this can be done now. Just simply has to do with the different counts which are possible here on the micro scale. But if I consider that was a triangle here, the wave 4 in the wave, 1 second, just getting a bit confused here. I need to move that across. Okay, don't worry, I'll do that in a minute. But if we say this was a triangle, this wave 4, then we're looking here at a target actually between 37.2 cents, which is the 1-to-1 ratio, and the 37.2 and 36 cents, which is the 1.618 extension, which we've nearly reached as well. So somewhere in here we should see the end of this overall wave 5. So my view at the moment is, and I need to move the yellow wave count. I got confused a bit. So the forecast was like that, right? That we had completed the white wave 4, then coming down in white wave 5 to complete yellow wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. There will be a wave 4, a wave 5, and this would complete white wave 3. Unless I'm completely wrong now, but I think this is how we set it up. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 and sideways, and then wave 5 down. That makes sense, yeah. And I'm now waiting for wave 3 in yellow to complete. Then there should be wave 4 in yellow. And I mean, we can calculate target for wave 4 in yellow. I mean, we have a crazy day today, CPI data. So on a day like that, this could easily happen, in the scope of just simple volatility. That would be between the 23, I mean, the first level is always the 23.6% FIB level, 38.4 cents, and then all the way up as a maximum to the 50% FIB level at 39.9 cents. Somewhere in that region, we should see wave 4 go. The ideal level, as always, is the 38.2% FIB level for a wave 4, and that would be at 39.2 cents. Let's see if that is playing out. The wave 5 can, of course, here in white, the white wave 5 can go a bit lower, no problem. But if we now look at the RSI, we're completely oversold on the 1 hour chart. Completely, but there's no sign of a bottom. The 4 hour is completely oversold. Completely, yeah. I mean, if I zoom out, I don't know when the last time it was that we had such a low RSI on the 4 hour. Doesn't appear to be here. That was September 21, as it seems, yeah. Not even that low. Not even that low. September 20 maybe, yeah. So it's completely oversold, completely. So basically a corrective move to the upside is imminent. On the daily as well, we're really, really low now. So that limits sort of downside scope. Therefore, there should be a wave 4 to the upside before we come down further. All right, and that's my update about ADA. So, I mean, could we break out from here to the upside? Well, of course we could, everything's possible. But the point is it likely? In my opinion, not. And even if it does, I want to see first, especially after such a long corrective move, yeah, I want to see some moves to the upside first. Yeah, had a few comments in the last few days where people said that the low for ADA was definitely already in. Now I don't think so, and I think the analysis proves me right here. The point is that, yeah, of course, a low can be in at any time, but we need to see the evidence first. Without evidence, it's just a guess and just speculation, but we want to be objective here. So some kind of evidence like on a smaller time frame, a 5-wave impulse to the upside would be helpful to establish that a low was in, or at least a bullish divergence or anything on the indicators, which also we cannot see at the moment. Okay, and that's my update about ADA. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.